And here it is. It never stops. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. It never stops. I have no intention of stopping. Are you stopping? Uh, One man went to mow. The session commences. That thing that we do every single day continues every single day. Twice a day we do often, but certainly once a day, almost guaranteed. So, just to fulfill this quota, we start this session again. If you are available, then avail yourself of the session. It's happening again. One man went to mow. To attention, the anthem.
Anthem. Monsieur Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang on to our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
And there you heard it. Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria kolu obey. If obey doesn't move out of the way, then Nigeria ma kolu noni. So arise, O compatriot, Nigeria kolu obey. As guys, I bring you this. ATIKU'S 2023 ambition hits rock as PDP refuses to abandon zoning. So there were strong moves to have the zoning formula jettisoned. Pardon me, I just So there were strong moves to have the zoning formula jettisoned, so it will facilitate for a free for all, which would then give Atiku his most chance, because the zoning in APC, not in APC, but in PDP, is shrouded in a lot of controversy. People are not really clear on whose turn it is to have a go. So the argument is that the South has had the bulk of governance within the PDP space, but going by the zoning formula is left, right, then left. So that is the thing. It sequences from south to north. But who now is in turn to have that sequence? So that's where the controversy is, and that is where they were so keen to abandon the zoning formula. But it looks as though this is a real big blow to Atiku's presidential thrust. Atiku's 2023 ambition hits rock as PDP refuses to abandon zoning. So if they refuse to abandon zoning, then exactly where are they going to zone it to? So breaking news, I am running for president 2023. I am running for president. It's Babajide Fashola. So we've been waiting for him for a good while now to declare his intentions towards the 2023 space. So he has finally yielded to the pressure and made an announcement. I am running 2023. I am running for president. A headline attributed to Baba Tunde. Is it Baba Tunde or Baba Jide? Baba Tunde Fashola. So why it took him so long and what his plans are, we find out just shortly. Adamu, former Nigerian governor under prosecution for 15 billion naira fraud is Buhari's preferred APC chairmanship candidate. So the anti-corruption man, of course, that toga completely now turned off Buhari's back. Is not only not an anti-corruption czar, it's actually a mafia don. This is exactly what we have to, a warlord mafia don, because we have not experienced they're not even, it's not corruption that is being practiced under Buhari, because with corruption there's a level of sophistry that is needed. They're just openly stealing, and then when you have stolen, you will be rewarded. So we saw Akpabio, a notorious thief, rewarded with the NDDC. We saw Orji Uzor Kalu convicted, imprisoned, but the Senate continues to pay him. And Abubakar Malami, of course, he has already surpassed Babangida and Abacha just in the loot that is a profit, that is just creaming off the Nigerian state. So, so the fact that some guy is just that they only stole 15 billion naira is probably a pope in Buhari's eyes. It's the cleanest, or it's a saint for him to have just only stolen 15 billion naira. That is an honest man by Buhari's template. APC National Convention illegal. Inec should not recognize it. PDP, so quite why they are making that stance, and are they going to court? All of that hopefully will be revealed with the reading of this piece. But to tease with the headline again, APC National Convention illegal. Inec shouldn't recognize it. PDP alarming to the space. So we find out exactly what is in play there. Exclusive again. Aso Rock Cabal asks Jonathan to prepare for ruling APC. Again, Aso Rock Cabal asks Jonathan to prepare for ruling APC presidential ticket, rejects Tinubu or Shibanjo. So I'm not quite sure what that headline means, but essentially, because it's badly worded as you can hear, but essentially what it's saying is that they're still pushing for Goodluck Jonathan because they have no faith in either Tinubu or Shibanjo, both of whom a lot of people will say are exactly one and the same people. So that is the menu. So now lean back, take it easy, and just relax, and let us go on this wild roller coaster ride. You know how it goes already on this platform. There's never for one moment a single dull moment. It's just excitement all the way through. So do the right things, click on the subscribe button, and of course thumbs up, which means to click on the like button. So having fulfilled all righteousness, lean back and take it easy, as I said, and let's just charge up our calabash with a bit of palm wine as we go and go on the wild ride.
Water, only water, water, only water, where they see ma. Water, 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 water. Water, only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùyé o. Ilé ṣọ́bí akẹ́kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Chief Faila ti kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mùdé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùdódò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìle o. Olúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìle o. Petrosonama ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìle o. Petrosodunke ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dìle o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀run mú ìní o. kọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ. Ikú kò ní rí wa gbéṣe o.
And there you heard it, the prayer, Iku kò ní rí wa gbéṣe, may death never have anything to do with you. Amen is the only answer to that. Iku kò ní rí wa gbéṣe. Iku kò ní rí wa gbéṣe, as guys I bring you this. ATIKU'S 2023 ambition hits rock as PDP refuses to abandon zoning. The People's Democratic Party PDP has refused to abandon its zoning principle despite calls from some party members to jettison the age-long practice. The national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, EU Chair, AYU, on Thursday in Abuja, said that the party will not abandon the tradition. The chairman said this whilst inaugurating the 37-man zoning committee of the party at its national secretariat in Abuja. He added that whoever does not get the presidency this time should wait until the end of the tenure of the next president. After its 95th National Executive Council meeting on March the 16th, the PDP constituted its zoning committee to make recommendations for the zoning of various elective positions before the elections. The committee, which was given 2 weeks to draft the hallowed list, is expected to submit its final zoning list on March the 30th. Addressing delegates on Thursday, the chairman said, PDP has a history of rotating our offices. Anyone who doesn't get it this time should wait for the tenure of whoever will be our next president. We believe PDP is going to produce the next president once we start this journey. This time, we will ensure it goes round, and it will go round with justice, fairness, and the interest of Nigerians. You will recall that in the Inec meeting discussions, we had no rancor whatsoever. I implore all of you to continue in the same spirit. PDP has a reputation for discussing whatever issues we have. We talk, we don't fight, we resolve issues. There is no issue that is too difficult or too important for the PDP to resolve. That is the spirit of the party. Therefore, I urge all of you to discuss this matter with the same spirit that you discussed at NEC. Let us not have any rancor whatsoever, and at the end of the day, remain focused on the main goal. So there you have it. The central message, the thrust of that whole piece is essentially that they continue to hold on to the zoning principle. So zoning not abandoned, which then leaves the next question, whose turn is it to carry the ticket? So there is where the question is, and that is where all the funky arguments will emerge out of the PDP. Bear with me. Adamu, former Nigerian governor under prosecution for 15 billion naira fraud, is Buhari's preferred APC chairmanship candidate. Abdullahi Adamu, a former governor of Nasarawa State, is being prosecuted by the Nigerian government over alleged illegal financial dealings and misappropriation of funds. Is presented by President Buhari as his preferred candidate for the chairmanship of the All Progressive Congress. Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, had on Thursday revealed that Buhari told governors elected on the platform of the party that he would prefer Adamu to emerge as the national chairman. The president said he preferred the chairman to come from the North Central Zone, Lalong said. Then we went back again after deliberations and we asked, do you have a preferred candidate in the North Central Zone? He said, yes, I would prefer it to be Abdullahi, has met the choice. Abdullahi, who served as governor of Nasarawa State between 1999 and 2007, was in March 2010 arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, at the Federal High Court in Lafia. The EFCC had instituted 15 billion naira fraud allegation against Adamu and others. The EFCC said Adamu was arrested over the fraudulent award of contracts, mostly on capital projects, during his 8-year rule as governor of Nasarawa State. The former governor and his co-accused, however, filed a motion countering the charges. Pardon me. The former governor and his co-accused, however, filed a motion countering the charges on grounds that since the funds alleged to be embezzled, and listen to this paragraph fairly carefully. The former governor and his co-accused, however, filed a motion countering the charges on the grounds that since the funds alleged to be embezzled belonged to the state, the EFCC was out of line in its investigation. So there you, there you have it. It is our money. We can steal it if we like. This is what they think. This is how they think. The defendants also pleaded not guilty to the charges, but the then presiding judge, David Okorowa, ruled that Adamu would stand trial as he has a case to answer. In 2013, the senator and other defendants filed a suit at the Court of Appeal challenging the decision of the lower court. One of the counts against the former governor reads that you, Alhaji Abdullahi Adamu, whilst being governor of Nasarawa State, and Alhaji Halilu Bala Usman, whilst being commissioner for the local government and chieftaincy affairs, Nasarawa State, between May 1999 to 2007 and 2002 to 2007, respectively, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, did authorize, direct, effect, or procure the withdrawal of 2.4 billion naira in 63 months from the state and local government joint accounts belonging to 13 government councils of Nasarawa State, contrary to section. So it goes on, it just lists it. So let me just skim through that, or let me rather skip through that. The court had afterwards asked the defendants to regularize their appeal by ensuring that despite filing a joint suit, each defendant should have an appeal number. So there it is right there. I'm just going to, the central thrust of it is that the new incoming APC chairman is a fraudster. So there it is, but then that is not news. That's just a technicality, but that doesn't really apply or affect anything. APC National Convention illegal. Inec should not recognize it. PDP makes the argument, but how is it presented? The People's Democratic Party PDP has cautioned the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC against attending or monitoring APC's Saturday National Convention. PDP said this in a statement on Thursday. INEC, being a government agency set up by law that also draws from the budgetary allocation of the country with respect to superintending over electoral processes and management of political parties, can only superintend over and monitor bodies over which it has the mandate to supervise, the main opposition party in Nigeria noted. It further argued that the ruling party has become defunct, but the APC haven't been defunct. On December the 8th, 2020, when it dissolved its national state as well as local government structures, ceases in the eyes of the law to be a political party, PDP explained. As such, APC cannot be subject to INEC's regulations with particular reference to its supposed national convention. The party also emphasized that the APC caretaker/extraordinary convention planning committee was established to organize the ruling party's national convention in 2020. It added that the APC's CECPC, by its composition, with a state governor as chairman is illegal and unconstitutional by reasons of Section 183 of the Nigerian Constitution, which bars a sitting governor from holding any other executive office in any capacity whatsoever. The statement further pointed out that Article 14I of the APC Constitution clearly states that the chairman of the APC shall be the chief executive of the party. In going beyond its mandate, PDP asserted the CECPC acted ultra-virus, and all the administrative acts purportedly done or deemed to have been done by this committee are null and void ab initio. According to PDP, delegates to APC's National Convention produced by congresses conducted by the CECPC are handicapped delegates with leprous fingers which cannot deliver any votes to produce a valid or legal political leadership for the APC. PDP therefore warned Inec not to waste public resources to monitor a jamboree that would be of no legal or electoral effect on the law. So this of course is the law. We know that they have no regard for the law, the Nigerian state, the APC government especially, and they've already strong-armed Inec into compliance. So they just adhere to their their whims. But just going by strict law, the convention, Mayor Malabuni cannot conduct the convention because somebody that is a state governor cannot hold equally an executive position. That is what the law says. And if you act in that capacity, you are acting illegally. So everything that you do, consequently, is not valid under the law. This is the law, but then we know that they park the law aside when it comes to the Nigerian state. So there it is right there. The PDP presents its case, but then of course only for it to be disregarded. But it's good that they present it anyway, just to fulfill all righteousness. Again, Aso Rock Cabal asks Jonathan to prepare for ruling APC presidential ticket, rejects Tinubu Oshibanjo. Again, members of the Aso Rock Cabal have promised former President Goodluck Jonathan the 2023 presidential ticket of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC. Correspondents gather. The cabal, comprising some members of the president's extended family and friends, are the powers behind the throne. The group is said to have the ear of the president, influence policy making, and determine those who get major appointments. Sources said the cabal members also warned the president against handing over to the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and Bola Tinubu, national leader of the party. Buhari's cabal members have asked Jonathan to prepare for the party's ticket. They said they don't want Tinubu or Oshibanjo, a presidential source told correspondents. At the moment, the top contenders for the presidency in the APC are Tinubu Oshibanjo and Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State. A former governor of Abia State, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, has also voiced his intention to join the presidential race. Tinubu and Umahi have openly declared their intention to contest the coveted seat after their separate meetings with Malam Buhari. For Oshibanjo, he has neither declared interest nor said a word on the matter, even though groups loyal to him have been clamoring for his candidacy. Others who have presidential ambitions in the APC but have not yet declared in others who have presidential ambitions in the APC but have not yet declared include the governor of Ekiti State and chairman Nigerian Governors Forum, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Minister of Transportation, Mr. Rotimi Amechi, and the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Correspondence further learned that Jonathan had been under pressure to defect to the APC by the cabal. The former president was said to have surprised the northern elite and the cabal by his disposition to the Buhari presidency, despite all the death and campaign of calumny thrown at him and the PDP before the 2015 presidential election, which gave Buhari an unprecedented victory over an incumbent. It was learned that some cabal members had also been impressed. It was learned that some cabal members had also been impressed that despite the Buhari, let me take that one more time. It was learned that some cabal members had also been impressed that despite the Buhari government's glaring failure, Jonathan had not openly criticized his predecessor or his administration. So that should be his successor, not his predecessor. Had not openly criticized his successor or his administration, much unlike ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo had written open letters condemning the Buhari government and also verbally berated it at any opportunity. Correspondents learned from sources that the establishment of Almajiri schools by the Jonathan administration to reduce a large number of out-of-school children in the north also scored the former president good points in the eyes of the northern cabal in APC, especially with most of it now rotting away, even under a northerner as president. So there it is right there, not fit for purpose in its totality. The Buhari administration, they just came in to loot for 8 years. Some of the people that will emerge out of that party, they'll be one of the richest. They'll be not even one of the, but some of the richest people on this planet, because they've been looting the 25th richest economy in the world for 8 solid years. So Nigeria is well in excess of $1 trillion economy, and these people are just stealing everything. So these people will have in the hundreds of billions individually. That's just it. They can't even handle the money. Also, when they take it out internationally, the international space will chance it of them because they're just brainless malams. But there it is, right there. 2023, so this is now the last readout. So we've been waiting for him to announce 2023, I am running for president. FASHOLA finally breaks cover. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has said he is running for president of his home. Fashola disclosed this whilst distancing himself from vying for the presidency in 2023. The former governor of Lagos State disclosed this when asked by a journalist on his plans for the presidency in 2023. This was disclosed in a tweet by President Buhari's special assistant on media and digital on digital and new media. Fashola said he would return to his family at the end of his service as a minister. The tweet reads, a journalist asked Babatunde Raje Fashola about 2023. He answered, I am running for the president of my home. I am going to Lagos. My wife and children are waiting for their president. All those who want to run, I wish them the very best of luck. For those looking for headlines, I have to disappoint you. The general election will take place in 2023. There have been speculations that the former Lagos State governor will run for president. So that is categorical and clear. I am not interested in what Fashola says, but will that suffice? That doesn't stop the speculation, of course, because people will even take this denial as him politicking, looking to be persuaded. Solly, I see you. Xero, I see you. The Banchajen Lekoko, I see you. And Ovie, All Now Politics, I see you. So Ovie, let's come to you straight away. You look exhausted, man. God Almighty, you can't leave. You can't keep this life up. Eh?
It's to 10 a.m. I just
all right.
I'm not very warm.
You're just getting up. Okay, that's brilliant. So good to have you. So what are you making then of this? Is he just being coy? Is he being shy? Does he want to be romanced? What do you think Fashola is talking about? Is he not interested, or is he just playing hard to get? Fashola says, look, I am not interested. I've had enough. I want to go home. Is that enough for you? Or do you think...
I think he said that not to. I think after that comment, he went ahead to say that, oh, you are disappointed. You are looking for headline. No headline for you. But the fact that the president, special assistant of media, tweeted it, that means they are taunting someone. They are taunting Tinubu or anyone from that region. Always, So it's a joke, but I'm not surprised if he declare, if he like literally come out and say he wants to run. I mean, he has all the qualification and all that.
It's the one surprising name that is missing from the list because I mean, he is equal to everybody that we are talking about, maybe even stronger than a lot of people that we are talking about. But he's not indicating that he's interested. Is this a lack of ambition, or is this just enough is enough?
No, it's because he and Tinubu are not in good terms politically. That's a fact. Nobody should stop denying it. They are not.
No, you are not in a position to say it as a fact because that's your speculation, not a fact.
Yes, but he was not the one that nominated him to be a minister. The cabal went and picked him to spy Tinubu.
I don't look. Let's not go through that again because you've tried to promote that once upon a time. And people are not buying it.
If you say let's not go there, fine. But yes,
you cannot say that though because you don't know that. That's just your speculation. But
you underrate me. That's the problem.
No, it's your sources in the no. You always have to put the profile so that, in my opinion, because people will think that you're stating something factually which you don't know for fact.
One man, that is okay. I cannot talk now, but
but is it in your opinion? Or are you stating it factually?
What? If you look at that's a fact. Him and what's his name? The other man from that he was fighting with, FASHOLA. He was not the one that submitted their name. If I want to go further,
how do you know that? You cannot. So
if I want to go further, I mention name. The man, the Buhari friend that died. If you remember that COVID-19 too, what's that his name again?
Abakari.
Yes. Now the guys will go carry those two people. Come with that.
How do you know that?
Why are you under me? I know reach to.
No, you don't worry. That's just your speculation because you don't want to concede anything to Tinubu, but you cannot state for fact what you don't know to be fact.
Mama, now, I give, even though I'm not supporting the presidency, I give and what he's doing that I'm giving to him. He's working hard. You can't take that.
Look, I don't know if he submitted Tinubu's name or not, but you don't know that he did not either. But it is your speculation, your permutation that he did not submit it. But I feel as though he did. So don't state as you don't know now.
Can I interject 1 minute?
Yeah, come in, Wajanle Koko.
One man. The way when it comes to national position like that, what is normally done is that position will be thrown to that state, particularly to the leader of the party in that state, to choose who will be representing that state for that particular position that is slotted for that state. So to come out with this narrative that Tinubu is not aware or does not have input in FASHOLA being the minister, that is a total fallacy.
I don't know why he does this.
It's never done in any political arrangement. It's never done like that, particularly with the state of leadership in the party, particularly with he as the leader, second to Buhari in the party. It is never done. They don't do it.
I mean, I'm aside.
It is never done. So when people are blowing this lie around, this is all lie. It's never done. They just merge a new party and that party. Let me finish now. Let me finish. I am telling you.
You have to understand that FASHOLA was appointed in 2015 when Tinubu was at the heart of that party.
Yes.
And FASHOLA is Tinubu's boy. So I don't know.
So
Just
they
because
just
you
formed,
want to
they
take
just
away
formed
from
a
the guy,
party.
just because you want to take away from him.
No. What I will say is that let's not put a full stop to it yet. Events is still unfolding.
Let me finish. You will say your own.
Everything will come to light, Abi. It's always like that. After everything will come to light, Abi. So
let me say my own. You go finish your own now.
Here with the look at this.
Let me say my own.
You will agree with me.
Let me say my own. You go say your own. You go say your own.
My turn now. I'll make I talk now. You've made your point.
No, I make it. I never finish.
Okay.
No, let him land. Let Ajale Koko land over here. Sorry, yeah. Carry on, Ajale Koko.
So the way I know it is done, because this is what I've involved before. When a particular big position like that is slotted to a state, it is the state leader of that party that they will give him the honor to bring the candidate for that position. So it's never done behind Tinubu, and he was the leader. He's the one that was instrumental to the merger of the CPC and ACN. He was the one that was instrumental to that. And he was the leader of that party from the West. All the position that they gave all the people from the West, there is none of it that is behind him.
What will Abakari's interest be in FASHOLA in 2014? It's just
who is Abakari in politics? Who is Abakari? Who knows Abakari in politics?
Don't worry.
No, let us leave it like that.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense, man. Let's just abandon it. This is what you do, man.
Let's just leave it here. Let's leave it there. Thank God events are still unfolding, right? So
that Abakari had no. Hold on.
I agree.
No, just so you are clear on what you are saying.
It is not over yet.
Tinubu was the strongest man in APC in 2014-2015. He was meant to be the vice president, but because of the clamor because people were just so aggressive towards that party, they didn't want a Muslim. So that's what they used to frustrate Tinubu's ambition to be the vice president then. But they knew the contribution that he made to that party. So they offered him then a swathe of ministerial portfolios to slot into. And he slotted in his own people. Abakari did not even know, no affinity, nothing to do with FASHOLA at 2014. And he came in at 2015. So what just because you want to take away from Tinubu, you continue to promote this. I don't know what you're doing, man.
This is not a final destination. Now, events are still unfolding. Why are you there? If you don't agree with
one man. Listen to me. Let me support.
Sorry, Ovie, let Exero come in, yeah.
Yes, one of the APC stalwarts has said it on TV that even when they asked Tinubu to bring in candidates, when he failed to become the vice president, they asked him to bring in candidates to become ministers. FASHOLA and the other guy were not the ones. Yeah, they were not the ones that he picked. That it was the Buhari guys who already worked with these guys, who knew these guys, that went behind and brought them in because they didn't recognize the faces that Tinubu was recommending.
All right, send the link because I'm not aware of that. But since
it was on TV, it was on TV.
Let's move forward.
One of the aggrieved party members who decamped said it on TV that even
he's
the
talking of aggrieved member.
No.
He anti-Tinubu men.
Yeah,
one of anti-Tinubu men.
I'm just trying to say what somebody who was a party member.
I find that difficult to believe.
As time goes on, everything will come to light.
So I don't know. Anyways, but it's just I just
think let's watch and see how things go. It's unfolding.
One man, can I make a statement?
Yeah, go on.
Look, all these lie, whether they blow around. All the position that were given to the Southwest then was not behind Tinubu and Baba Akonde. Those are Baba Akonde was the chairman of the party, and Tinubu was the national leader of the party. all the position for the Southwest, ministerial position, none of them were behind them. They are the one that sat down with other leaders in the South caucus to pick who is this for this state, who is that for that state. That is the way it is done in politics. You don't slide.
Nobody is arguing with you. That's not how it's done. The question is that, did you see the list that Tinubu presents to the center? No.
Did you see one? Did you see one?
List was new people.
Did you see one? Did you see one?
Can you?
Adale Koko. So hold on, please,
ongoing events. Now, ongoing event. Don't worry. Everything will come to light.
Hold on. They said Tinubu's list was a surprise to the whole party. That these people that Tinubu brought in never worked with them. So that was why they went behind and brought in those that were working with Tinubu.
Don't follow all those lies. It is all those people that are disgruntled Tinubu enemy in the party. Those are the ones saying all of that.
I am telling you what is done practically is what I'm telling you. Tinubu were appointed behind Tinubu's back.
What are these people talking about? When Tinubu was the one responsible for the giant financial sponsor of the party and everything, and we come to appointment, they will say, okay, let us neglect him. What are these people talking about?
Now they make some countries say, let's move on. These are ongoing events.
Okay, like you said, let's move on because I want to cover as many of the topics.
It's always happened after some months now. For years,
all right, carry on.
So it's not
FASHOLA. Yeah, go on.
One man, please, please, just give me just a second. See, one man. The reason I came online because I just be watching you people. I don't want to come live, but you see, Abakari, he was the brain back of this government. When he died, this government. Let me tell you something. This government collapsed because even when Abakari was chief of staff, he was the one controlling that government. When this man died, the body government just collapsed instantly. You will tell me, since when this man died, you will see everything. You see, this government was not really functional anymore. Then SARS came on, everything just, everything was, turning upside down. You see, Abakari, he can do nothing. Because even when he come to Jamie here, even the power that they said Nigeria wanted to, Siemens wanted to, they want to give their contract. He is the one that came here. Through the problem, he is the one that has, virtually everything about Buhari government. This man was, even his son is one of the petroleum, where the money is, the debt. His son is still control. He's a chairman of one organization in petroleum in Nigeria.
Is it not an MPC?
Yes. What I'm trying to tell you is that man, the plan that the man was having, if Buhari should pull out, he wanted to be the next president. But unfortunately,
I don't know that. That's your speculation. I
don't
know.
No. This is that's why he was
speculation
trying to.
Don't come on.
No, let me tell you.
Another northerner from the same party go take over.
No.
That's just a speculation.
Danjuma waiting the talk now.
Wait, let me finish now. May I tell you something? Finish now. If I can't talk finish, bros, you will say, you know my own. I know. May I talk finish? The plan where the man be get now be down one, but he no say no will get him, because in the sense what I'm trying to say is that because those are the plan. That's why you see even the people they were not in APC government, the man was trying to bring them into the government so that to disorganize even the Tinubu plan. Because if obviously say that these people, this man bring their call, I don't know, I will agree with him, because normally not only those two guys, not only from Yoruba side, he tried to bring new people inside so that they should, it should weaken the Tinubu power inside the APC. So this is what I know.
He wants to use FASHOLA and Aregbesola to weaken Tinubu's power.
You see, let me tell you something. Do you know
is that what you are saying?
They succeeded. They started taking party from him now. They succeeded. In a game, now
okay, let's just leave that. That's just too far-fetched. And
FASHOLA is a strong man. He deserved, if he wants to contest for president, he have every qualification, every right. I expect him to throw his hand, but how he's going to navigate himself within that software, I think that's his biggest problem. But we'll see how time goes on. He made that comment just to throw the journalist off his back. That's why he made that comment.
All right, but TikTok though, the clock is ticking, so
times he do. Times he do.
Well, I don't know. Well, what's the next schedule?
One man, are you interested in FASHOLA running for the?
No, I just feel out of all of the names that we are mentioning for the presidency, I don't see any name that's stronger than him outside of maybe Atiku and Tinubu. You say those are real mega names, but Osinbajo is not stronger than FASHOLA. Saraki is not stronger than FASHOLA. Wike is not stronger than FASHOLA now. So if we're mentioning Peter Obi, is Peter Obi even in FASHOLA's league? So if we're mentioning all of these names, then why not FASHOLA? Because he's stronger than most of them. You know,
one man. Sorry, 1 minute. I want to say something.
It's like the Arsenal to the Man City and Chelsea.
One man, are you telling us what we know, or you are telling us your own point of view?
No, it's my own point of view. It's my own point of view. That's just mine.
Okay, good. Okay,
it's good. It's good that you said one man. It's good that you said is your own point of view, because I wanted to ask you what makes you think FASHOLA is stronger than Peter Obi?
Oh, FASHOLA ran successfully the most. I think the fifth largest economy in Africa, if I'm not mistaken, which is Lagos State, successfully to great acclaim. You know, he was a super minister with 3 portfolios successfully.
You asked very good question.
So what has our Peter Obi done? Is went to Anambra to make
why not FASHOLA? All this name, why not him? That's a question you should be very interested in finding out why. Because what you said,
if he doesn't want to do it, he's saying he doesn't want to do it. We have to go until he tells us to the contrary. We cannot.
We don't even have people on the streets chanting that as the way they are doing for Osinbajo.
And we don't.
There's no people ability for him. You should. These are the things you should pay attention to.
But that is exactly the point, Joe. There's no agitation for him. There's no groups.
You are not interested in finding out why.
Okay, why do you think that is? Why do you think that?
I'm telling you one reason. You say no, so go ahead and do your digging.
No, you're not telling me anything. What is your speculation?
With all this credential, which I totally agree with you on, he has done well. It deserves to be the front runner in that region. But why?
Right.
Not even a pin of people saying FASHOLA on the street.
Right.
That should be a concern. That you should be interested.
No, it's not a concern. Why should it be a concern? Well, if it's just one man, there's plenty in the field that is equal measure in capacity.
Achieve, then they get supporters for streets.
Yeah, because hold on. Do you think this support that we're hearing? Do you think it's organic? These are sponsored.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
So these are sponsored supports. They are sponsoring people to support them.
Yes.
Do you think people care about Osinbajo? He's paying them dollars, and they are doing what he wants them to do.
I agree with you. It's not a surprise. Yeah, a lot of financial and whatever are going directly from the
let me bring you this as a possibility, which may come as a shock to you. And this is what Alexander Gomez is saying. He says he does not want to run for president because he's extremely tired and wants to spend time with his family. Is that even a possibility? Is he allowed not to want it? Is he allowed not to want it?
Those are good politicians. A real politician will not come out and tell you what he wants. That's how it works. El-Rufai said the same thing. He's tired unless Buhari has to continue.
El-Rufai said he's tired because he knows that he has been zoned to the south and he is not in play.
One man, in politics, until the final day, it is not over. I keep telling you, it is not. You are not getting it. El-Rufai said he's tired because that is the politics now. You know, if he comes in at the last moment as a joker, said that he was forced, whatever, but that is what he has said.
You know, so
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You keep wanting to force something that is not in play.
Is just playing double standard narrative, double standard. On one side, we said that you know, for we the people to take action and vote for a different party now is too late. And now he's saying that Fashola keeping quiet. There is still time for him. He can still do anything. When they are closing, they will soon close nomination form. I mean, time for them to obtain nomination form. This man, we have to go by what this man said. Why are we fighting over whether he's still going to go or is hiding something? One man, let us move on, Jerry. Let us come up for this one.
Somebody cannot play with you.
I said that
somebody cannot play with you.
I said that is a normal talk. Everybody will say that. I will say that too, that I'm tired. Now, Nigerian politicians will they talk for here. When did they tire? Why will you start being tested?
All right. I don't know.
One man, let us move on. Let's come
on.
I'm
not afraid to ask him another question. You just take us
down
from...
Because
No.
One man, this is a very serious situation now. One man, this your platform. Don't turn it to CNN or NBC, whereby you'll be imposing your opinion.
Am I imposing my opinion? I'm countering you. Are you not speaking freely?
You are not countering me. You are telling me not to even go there at all. That is not countering.
No, because
he countered you now. You said Erufai said he's tired. He gave you the reason why he should be tired at this time. He gave you the reason.
That anybody can say that. See, one man,
is it possible for anybody to stop you? Even if I say don't go there, will you not go there? Are you stoppable? You are not stoppable now. So you are not stoppable.
Opinion show. It will be very bad.
Okay, but
let everybody come here and lie and say whatever you feel that's saying. Time will justify everything. We don't have the power to right? We don't have to make it. As time goes on, everybody will lie will come out. So allow people to say what they know, what they feel. Don't make it a CNN whereby...
No, it's not a CNN, but you cannot paint as fact what is your subjective opinion. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
You cannot...
Because then you my opinion and go with your opinion. That's what you are saying. Should I go with your opinion instead?
No. All I'm asking you is to prefix what you're saying, that in your opinion. You cannot state categorically what is your subjective view now. Because it's not categorical, it's your subjective view.
We are joining point to arrive at that. I didn't just come out and say, it doesn't. I said, based on what we are seeing, based on what is happening, there's something fishing. There's no smoke without fire. You rightly say that at the beginning of this administration, the Yorubas, led by the Tinubu, has the most position in that party. What happened afterwards? It's a game. If Tinubu best chance ever to produce a president is Fashola, as it stands.
No. We still have FASHOLA.
See, please, let's move on. This is almost 1 hour now, and you know this show is just 2 hours. And people, there is too much people on this.
Yoruba's best chance of producing a president.
One man, let's move on. If you cannot hold us down here, let's move on.
Not that it's only not down. It's one man, it's only order. Yeah.
No, I'm not holding you down. You see, it's not. You see, if I say stop, he will say I won't let him speak. If I let him speak, you tell him.
One man wanted to move on long time ago.
Now one thing makes me like ATIKU'S. ATIKU'S always a go. You know, ATIKU'S is my mentor, but he just that when I just they dance around it, when I just focus on one thing, more come up for them.
I'm analyzing the question you put forward. As it stands today, the Yoruba's best chance of clinching that presidency is Fashola.
In your opinion, Abi, in your opinion.
No, based on the criteria you put forward,
but that's your opinion, though.
Okay, we don't agree. One man,
This is what I'm talking about now. We'll be here forever. We're just deliberating on just going in circles.
So that we can move.
You've been making points on 1 hour, please. Other people on the queue.
Let us move forward, man.
All right. Thank you, V. So let's take. Let's listen to the voice of the people. And let me put the next question to Ajanle Koko, just for reasons you stated, because we're going to cap it in 2 hours. But Ajanle Koko, we've been dancing around this topic, but now it's now in full play. So this is Atiku now insisting that he wants to take that ticket, but will it even be available to him? Now, Atiku's 2023 ambition hits rock as PDP refuses to abandon zoning. So PDP, because there was a very strong push to jettison the zoning formula and have a free-for-all, but they're saying they're sticking with that principle. And they set up committees to work on it to determine how it happens. But whose turn is it is really where we're going. So we had Obasanjo for 2 terms. So that was the South. We had Yar'Adua, that was the North. We had Goodluck Jonathan, that was the South. Atiku came in and failed, that was the North. But who gets it next? This is where the PDP is.
One man.
Yeah.
One man, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. PDP have not come out categorically on where they are zoning this position to. So my speculation is that they might zone it to southeast and northeast. These are the 2 regions in Nigeria that have not produced a president as far as that country is concerned. We look at the history of all the presidents, both the military and civilian, it's northeast and southeast that have not produced president. So we have to wait for them to come out categorically. But my speculation is that they might limit it within southeast and northeast. And
is it not a north-south divide, this zoning? Because that means nothing now, northeast and southeast. Then it's an open field, isn't it? That's essentially Atiku and Obi, isn't it, really?
Well, you don't know. They might come out with a new formula.
I'm sorry to cut you in. What I've observed in this our politics is that these guys from the north, I'm sorry to use that word too, they don't understand simple agreement. The agreement has been from time, we rotate from here to here. Now, another person is trying to tell us we win election before we rotate. They want to play another Buhari. In this current time where there is no trust.
They just don't care about your agreement. When your agreement favors them, they understand it. When it doesn't favor them, they don't understand it.
Yeah, but that is the problem we are facing today. Look at Buhari.
Okay, just abandon federal character. Why are you making agreements with them? It's your fault.
Why are you arguing for the sake of argument, or you want to get the point?
No.
Speaking to you cannot do without them.
You cannot say why am I making agreement with you when we have already coexisted for 16 years.
How do you mean you can't do without them?
We have already coexisted for 16 years. We have already coexisted for 16 years.
How do Yorubas do with them?
It's not about Yoruba. I don't know Yoruba. I'm not talking about Yoruba now. I'm saying
no. What is
this particular north? They particularly the northern area always believe that because of their population, they can always cut out and negotiate with anybody. Look at what Tambuwal is saying. He's not even respecting his uncle Atiku, and his uncle too wants to. You cannot come in because you have the power of the north or the population, and you say, okay, we must beat cut away the agreement and just go to win elections. It's not about winning elections. If you are politically mature, your people should be able to vote anybody you present that is a good candidate. Because you're not politically mature, that's why we are having all these problems of not vote to bring somebody.
Mature. The system.
Oh, okay. You understand me now? Yes. If you are politically mature, the system should be able to accommodate the candidate you bring out. And then you can win elections. There was a time the Igbos voted for Abiola. They should reason along these lines too. Not if it's not, we are not going to vote. That's why they are scared. That's why they are scared.
Can I ask Zero a question?
Please.
Just as an interjection.
Yeah, go.
Exiro,
Yeah, go ahead.
do you think these people are saying that there's a high chance of APC, winning the presidency if they give Amechi the ticket?
Lord.
And now they are trying to
No.
also play. No, just a question now. Wait now,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
just wait. Do you think they are seeing a possibility of that? If APC gives someone like Amechi, for example, just an example, because they might feel like they are going to kill two birds with one stone, because Amechi can claim Igbo and he can also claim South South. Then then they feel like if for example, if they have Amechi presidency and a northern vice president, it looks more likely for APC for APC to get it. So probably they also want to play the zoning. Do you see any
You know
possibility?
how the Igbos vote. If they don't want you, even if you kill them, they will not vote you. Look at what they did to Buhari, even in second term. So, and Amechi, they don't like him. Amechi cannot even win his local government. That's how bad it is for him. So I don't know how that can play out. But what I'm just trying to point out is the North is important to win an election. But for that reason, they are abandoning agreements. If Tambuwal and Atiku pull out of this party, the party becomes useless. Because who are they going to now negotiate with? That is the problem. They have to stay in that party and bring in their own supporters and support another candidate. That is the agreement. But they want, because of their population, they want to cheer and become the president again.
No, they can't have that. But Ajale Koko, is this an evolution of the agreement? Because the agreement, the common understanding is that the agreement is the power goes to the south, which is the totality of the entirety of the space, southeast, south-south, southwest, and anything that constitutes south. So they produce a president, and then after that administration, the power transits to the north, the totality of it, they get their pick. So now what you're describing now is a hybrid of that agreement. So you're now saying southeast and northeast that have not had the presidency, which is essentially gifting the people that are insistent that they want the ticket. So is it that south? There's no southeast now. It's just south or north. That was the understanding. But this mutation that you're describing, is this the direction you think they are going to follow to narrow it into some convoluted something?
Yeah, I'm guessing that that might be the new power shift agenda formula that they might come up with. The reason why I'm saying this is that when they had that agreement, when the founding father of the party had that agreement of power shift from the south to the between south and the north, it was tied to governance, that if a presidential candidate of a PDP from the south wins the presidency and is served at the maximum of 8 years, after that it will go to the south, vice versa, from the south to the east. They did not put into consideration when they are not in power, when they run into the circumstances that they found themselves today. They did not put that into consideration. So what is prevailing today is something they did not plan for. It wasn't within in the agreement. So if they are not looking at it, that, okay, let us reformulate, this zoning formula, because of this kind of situation. So it's I don't see anything wrong in that, but because what is more important for PDP now is to come out with the best of the best candidate that can win election for them. They are outside the power. And for 8 years, they suffered seriously. And if they lose, if they should lose it again this time around, it might be the end for the party. So they have to re-strategize. They have to reassess their position. They have to come out with a new formula that can work well for them and for the future, work well for them now and for the future of the party. So my speculation is that they might come out with that new arrangement that, okay, we are limited it to these two zones that have never produced presidency in the country. Let them go and meet. Let them come out with the best candidate for us, and then we will go from there. So if that should come to play, that tells me that what our brother did, Peter Obi did, is very, very strategic. Maybe they've had a hint of that, and that is why he attended the inauguration or the declaration of ATIKU'S presidential ambition, positioning himself as the best candidate or the best aspirant from the south that, I mean, as an ally to them in the north, because now we don't see anybody among, I don't even know any other person from the south here other than Peter Obi from PDP. So he has positioned himself as an ally to the ATIKU'S group in the north. And doing that can brighten his chance that if the zoning could not favor the north can look at him as a person that they can work with, or as a person that they can pick as their candidate from the south, for the position of presidency. So
do you think Ajale Koko, that we would have reached a consensus before even they have their convention? Because if they are leaning towards the northeast and the southeast, and there are only two names,
Is someone's phone ringing?
I think it's Ajale Koko's phone.
It's my phone. It's my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So if they are leaning towards the northeast and the southeast, and there are only two names in that space, and Peter Obi. And Peter Obi, when he turned up at what is his name? ATIKU'S declaration said that when his boss invites him, he has to come. He is already describing ATIKU as his boss, that tells you already what politics he is playing.
Yes.
So it's sounding like an ATIKU Obi ticket again. This is the reading that is coming out of the PDP.
Yeah. So he has made a strategic move. He has positioned himself as an ally, and publicly acknowledging ATIKU as his leader. So giving them that sense of friendship and, sense of belonging, that we can work together. I'm still a partner in partnership with you. So he has. I give that kudos to him for that strategic move he made. He has positioned himself well for that group, and I believe that if at the end of the day, if he couldn't get it, if it's going to be ATIKU, he might end up to be once again the vice president. And if ATIKU could not get it, he could be the candidate that ATIKU'S group will support from the south, and position him strongly against APC candidate in the north. So let us wait for PDP. Their specific for the announcement as per the specific zone in the nation that they're gonna slot this position of presidency. But I think my own speculation is that they could go for those 2 zones. I mean, they could limit it to that 2 zones. That for now, we are limited to these 2 zones. We want them to go slug it out, and whoever emerges will be our candidate. So that's the way I see it. Because the people from the north in the party are calling for the position of president that within the context of PDP, they have never had no shot. All the leaders that have governed in that country from PDP for the position of president has come from the south. Is their claim genuine or not? I think it's genuine. They have the right to call for it too. They have contributed immensely to the growth of the PDP. So we cannot just, we have to listen to each other. The South, we from the South, what we are calling for, particularly our brother from the East, what they are calling for is genuine. The people from the North, particularly from the Northeast, what they are calling for is genuine as well. So how to work it together, harmonize our interests now for common good of both sides is what the party leadership should look into, because they are outside the power. They want to grab power, and they have to do everything possible for them to come out strongly and, rattle the opposition party and, win power again. So that's my position.
Okay, so
please, there's something I want to add to this Ajale Koko talk. Please, just give me a second there. Yeah, Ajale Koko, the founding father of Nigeria, they are not even the founding father. Let's assume since 1998, they only believe on 2 zones, North and South, not the other way around. You see the problem where we, as the South, we always look the North, like one big people that they are together. But actually, it's not like that. The way the South is divided, likewise is so the North divided. Because if you said this, because I don't know if you watch Arise News the other day where they interview this governor of Sokoto, Tambawa, they are not happy. They are not happy. They should give the ticket to Atiku. They are not happy. They don't like it. They don't. In fact, that's why even Atiku, I think he said it. I watch AIT. They say Atiku said because this 36 37 committee, they want to deliberate on this zoning issue is against Atiku. They even talked this morning in AIT.
Okay. What's the greater point you are making, just for time?
What I'm trying to say right now is that this is not this individual. Atiku is just too desperate, and he have all costs. He just have it. He want to rule Nigeria with all costs. This is the bad thing. So if they want to zone it, he just need to come to the South. Maybe if they want to give it to South is better, they give them to them, but not the other way around. Say the North. Because if you talk about the North and South now, even the Buhari inside the power now is Fulani. Forget, even Atiku is Fulani. The 2 of them, they are not. Buhari ruled Nigeria as the president. He didn't rule because it's not APC that he ruled. He ruled Nigeria. So he should know that the power was the North in 8 years. So now it should go back to the South. Finish. This is what I have to say. And my brother that said that even Tambawa is not respecting Atiku. There is always adage that says, old man will no respect himself. Small picky go take it pennies play. Now I be waiting the apple. Forget that. So now waiting deserve. Now they give
This is not
where you go see small boy go take Agbalagba this thing play. Where you go see that?
It's only in the creeks. This is the creeks now. This is what they do in the creeks. This is
now waiting the apple now. And this guy say Tambawa no dey respect Atiku. No, he don't take and play that now. You understand? Old man wey no respect himself, he go take his play like say na small.
Take it easy now.
Take it easy. One man, which creek are you talking about? Which creeks are you talking about?
Every time. Anywhere where there's a creek.
One man, stop. Just stop.
Adelikoko, can I ask Adelikoko a question?
Yeah, go on, Rational Mind.
Adelikoko, you were saying something like you said they have a genuine reason to cede it to the north. Now let me ask you a question, Adelikoko.
No, he said northeast, he said.
Well, either you say northeast or whatever, but it's not. That's the question. That's the point. And so now, if Atiku do not win this election, let's say somebody from APC won this election. Now, in the next coming election, are they not still going to be holding that party, PDP, to a ransom that is still going to be their turn?
I think this 2023 is the end of zoning in every aspect. This one will end it.
Rational Man, you see, the leadership of PDP haven't seen what is playing out now. They should be able to fashion out what is good for them on zoning. They should be able to, work out if they still want to stick to that zoning formula. Now, they have to come up with a new arrangement that will be very, very clear to all members of the party that if we run into such situation, how do we handle the zoning? If we run into this situation, how do we handle the zoning? That is what the leadership have to sit down and work out among themselves. But presently, the zoning formula they have is tied to governance. And so far, only the North, only the South has governed within the context of PDP. The North have not governed. So the people from the North asking that we want to govern, they have a genuine position. As far as I'm concerned, politics is a matter of interest, and that interest must be pursued. So they are pursuing their interests as we in the South are pursuing our interests. So how do we harmonize these interests and work as a team? That is what really matters for PDP now. I mean, if it has happened to us in the North, I mean, the South, do we have to sit down and said, okay, because yes, our brother, I mean, we shouldn't bargain for it. We shouldn't ask for it. If to say it's the other way around, that the Northern has been governing for so long within the context of PCP, so we from the South should not demand for it? No. This is interest. They have interest too. They are not just asking for fun. It is their interest. Are they going to be in PDP forever and will not produce president? No. When the Southerners have had it for a long time? No. Fairness have to come into place, and we have to look at each other's face and then agree on what is good for both of us. So I don't want to discountenance their call for presidency in PDP, the Northerner in PDP. I don't want to throw it off the board at all. They have a genuine claim for it. And the person that run out into this problem that we are facing today is Jonathan Greed, that he did not yield that position in 2014.
Hold on.
We have to say the truth. We have to say, spade a spade. We have to say it ourselves.
I get you. All what you said, I get you. You see, sometimes I don't just like using hypothetical situation. But what I don't know is this. If we're to reverse roles, if, for example, what happened to Yar'Adua, let's say Yar'Adua was supposed to be, I mean, was a Southerner, and he died while in office. I tell you, these Northerners, they will still claim what they are claiming today. They will still claim it. So you see, for me, I just see this PDP thing is a real problem. It's a real challenge for that country at this point. Because we're having 8 years of a Northerner. Automatically, that thing should go to the South. Let's forget this issue of whatever a party has. I agree with what you said. There's an agreement in the party. But at this point where that country is, if that country is to remain one, we cannot afford to have another northerner ruling us and a Fulani again for another probably 8 years. I tell you, that country, that's the future of that country is very bleak. With another northerner ruling for 8 years. So for me, I don't know, because even the so-called 8 years they're talking about, I mean, 16 years of the Southerners, it's not to 16 years. Jonathan did almost like 6 years. What's his name did 8 years. So I mean, what's the point there? So you see, it's a real still. I mean, a real problem in that country, the way that country is. So that's just what I see.
All right, thank you, Rational Mind. So round off your thoughts on that space, Ajanle Koko, and then I'll move on to in CBD for the next talking point, just for time. So Ajanle Koko, round off your thoughts.
Well, I think my own position, I still want to maintain it that PDP have a big challenge before them. It is not just, to present a candidate and satisfy one region that really matter now, but to present a candidate that can challenge the power that be, that have the capacity and the resources and all the wherewithal to win the election. That is what really matter right now. PDP have to come out with the best and the best of strategic, position of winning. That is what really matters to them. And where they have problem, where to win the election is the North. If PDP can win convincingly in the North, they will win the presidency because their traditional South-South and Southeast is their traditional winning region. So if they can win convincingly in the North, they will win the presidency again. So who is that person that can win convincingly in the North? That is where they have to look at themselves and bring out that person that can rattle them in the North and win for them. After winning, then they can, plan better for the future and, do the right thing among themselves and correct all the abnormalities among themselves and, put their party in a better position, better shape for the future. But winning now, having been outside power for 8 years, is very critical for them. And it is the North that we win that election for PDP. And who is that person that we trust and that we know that can win? We have to say it to ourselves. We don't have to shy away. We are one people. We are one brothers and sisters. If not for Buhari, that constituted nuisance in the politics of that country that make us look ourselves or look at the Northerners as if we cannot trust them. It is the one that destroyed, gave us this impression. Do we want to say that Yar'Adua from the North, was he not a good president? Was he not the one that negotiated with the South people? He negotiated with them, and he calmed down the situation, and he resuscitated the economy of this country. The oil, as at the time Yar'Adua came in, Nigerian oil output went down as 500,000 barrels a day instead of 2 million barrels that was allocated to Nigeria by OPEC. It went down. But when this guy came in, he went and made truce, he negotiated with them, and everything came back up. Is he not a Northerner? So we should ask ourselves a very good question and, pack out this issue of sentiment on tribal something and go for the best. Go for the best. That is my position. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. So in CBD, let me take you to a new space. This element, they call him Abdullahi Adamu, they are promoting him to be the next chairman of the APC. But never mind the little matter of him looting 15 billion naira from Nasarawa State. It's only 15 billion naira, so that makes him a saint by Buhari's standards, because of course he didn't even have the dishonesty to loot dollars. He only stole 15 billion naira. So the EFCC are prosecuting this guy, of course, but he, on Saturday, which I think is tomorrow, is going to emerge the new chairman of the APC. So what are you then making of Mr. Integrity's fight against corruption in Nigeria, Buhari style?
As Reno Mokri was saying, bring back our corruption, because the corruption of the so-called corruption of PDP, people are praying for it to come back. So, but unfortunately, the man already knows how the whole thing will go down, so that's why you see these people doing what they're doing. Okay, it's good as the EFCC is making noise and calling all these people out, but we already know how who has the upper hand and who determines who will be free and all that. So all those things, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised. I'm not even fazed by all those things going on. And unfortunately, that is the kind of country that the kind of system that we have in the country. So 15 billion. How much did they even say the other man from Anambra stole?
37. But you have to think back that this was in 1999 when 15 billion was money. It's just paper now.
1999, 15 billion.
Yeah, it was 1999 to 2007. That was his tenure.
Wow.
It was real money then.
That's serious money. That's serious money. And they kept quiet till this time.
No, they've been chasing him. So when the EFCC went after him in Nasarawa State, do you know the argument that his legal team were presenting? They were saying that since the money belonged to Nasarawa State, that EFCC has no jurisdiction, so that it is our money, we can steal it if we want to, was their argument. This is the thinking. This is how these people think.
Exactly, and it's nothing
unbelievable.
New.
It's Nasarawa's money. It's Nasarawa's money. What oil are they producing? It's Niger Delta's money. If we want to be pedantic,
Exactly. It's Niger Delta money. So, but this is what is going on there. But one man, to be honest, I don't have anything much to say about that, because for that particular issue, there's nothing we can do, honestly, because if he's on the good side of the current administration, and I think he's an APC man, then obviously there's nothing we can do. We just have to hope that maybe one day, if another party takes over, or if then probably they can revive that case, and justice will be done.
Now, my goodness me. Do you know if that day comes when justice will be... Hold on, Dan. If that day comes when justice will be done in Nigeria, where will that justice begin? Where? Because we have to go as far back as Shagario, when Alhaji Abubakar Alhaji was stealing, just looting dollars. Umaru Deko, where will they put him? Where will we put the Babangida, Abacha, Obasanjo military, all the looting?
I think they should just...
If that day that we're all looking for, how far are we going to tell that day to go back to get us justice? Because they've been abusing us for long ago.
Yeah, we'll just confuse as much as we can, like what they are doing with Abacha loot and everything. Maybe we'll start anywhere they should trace their accounts, trace everything to wherever they have hide any money in. Even
you know what I think we should do in CBD? We should do it the Saudi prince style. You know what the Saudi prince did? He just gathered all of them and locked them up in a 5-star hotel and said, okay, start paying back all the money, otherwise I will shoot you. This is what he said to them, and they paid. I think they gave him close to $500 billion. You know the one that killer prince
That's
that
what
they
that
have in
guy did,
Saudi.
though.
Yes,
That's what.
that is what we have to do now. Round them all up and tell them to start paying it back. Otherwise, they will face consequences. We need. But if we have to go
in a democracy, unfortunately,
forget democracy, man. Is it not under the democracy that they stole it?
Yeah, obviously. So that they know they can do it and get away with it under this this current system. So,
one man. Is that a double standard? That is stealing. They should have their hands cut off.
I know. How should they cut them? We don't have that in the law in Nigeria. That's not our
statute.
We're not Sharia.
In Saudi.
Sharia law.
I mean, in Saudi Arabia, I'm saying those princes that stole money.
But which one serves more, to have their hands cut off or to have them take back?
But they do that to other people.
I think the cutting off of hands, is it not for actual physical theft rather than intellectual theft?
No, my goodness, one man. What are you spinning again?
I don't know their law now. I'm asking. I'm not from the religion or the country.
I know, but what I'm saying is, these people, they looted, they stole from the states in Saudi. Yes. And so for the fact that you stole, that is stealing.
Right.
So
but I'm saying that punishment, is it for stealing intellectually, pen stealing, or actual physical stealing? That chopping off of the hands sort of.
Stealing is stealing. Anyway,
no, stealing is not stealing now.
No, I think Saudi Arabia don't have that kind of law. I don't know. I don't think Saudi Arabia they are using that kind of law. I think it's different.
They are not using Sharia in Saudi Arabia.
Where else would they be using? I don't think so.
They have it.
No, they are using
they were chopping heads. So
they have it. They have that law. They do have
it.
They're
chopping heads. You are saying they don't know.
Because I know about Afghanistan.
So that's
what the rational mind is saying is talking about double standard, because when a common man does it, they chop their hand. But when it's a politician there, it's the reverse.
I knew that was where he was going, but so that's why I decided to push him. Thank you. So in CBD, let me take you on to another talking point. Really, the topic of the day, which is Atiku now somewhat paused in his push to have to recalibrate. So they are saying the zoning formula subsists. And the zoning formula, as far as we understand it, is north in one instance and south in one instance. But they are telling us the zoning formula subsists. But it looks as though now that Sajale Koko just exampled, they are going to come up with some psychedelic, abracadabra to tell us that it's still the north. So they'll tell us it's zoning, and then they'll use abracadabra. So what are you then making of the magic tricks that Ajan Lekoko was just trying to conjure up just then?
No, I think I will just go. I will talk about the whole thing from just a more different angle. You see, what I think is going on right now there is that. First of all, for the people that are always talking about the Igbos are not playing politics, I'm not trying to go into Igbo presidency or whatever, but let me just say it as a line. People that are talking about they are not interested, I wonder if they will say, what's the name? Peter Obi is not coming out, or is not in a major party, or is not reaching out. So, unfortunately, if clearly they don't give it to him, it means that they are doing it for other reasons, not because of there's no Igbo man coming out.
Do you not feel that he has subordinated himself already by calling Atiku, who is contesting against Izoga, and going to his declaration?
People do that all the time, one man. People do that all the time. I don't think that is anything new. People do that.
You don't think he's subordinating himself? You don't think he's somebody that wants to be president subordinating himself?
Co-contestant going to
inauguration of
another. They were on the same ticket before, one man. So I think that's how he.
Yeah, but it's his rival now. It's his rival now. It's the bigger position.
Yeah, but he's speaking through history. The way Atiku would always call Obasanjo my boss. That's how
because he's not in contention with Obasanjo now. He should not have gone to that declaration, and he should certainly not have called Obasanjo. When he's fighting him, you are fighting him for a position, and you are telling us it's your superior.
But that
But
is
he's not necessarily fighting him one man. I think he's contesting to have leverage
exactly. It's not.
for
They are not
No,
Atiku
that's
to
what
pick
we're
him as
saying. But
vice.
the CBD is insisted that he wants to be president. We all know that he wants to be vice president.
All across the masses.
He wants to be vice president. So what is the point of declaring himself as a, and like what Adanle Koko
Because he
is
wants
saying?
to
Yes.
push himself into the. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, like I think I agree with part where it's talking about. There's definitely a strategic move on the side of Peter Obi, and you see the man does not appear like someone that is desperate, a desperate politician or someone who, So he likes moving. He moves more in kind of when he has understood what is happening on the ground and all that, and he came out and declared when. So we don't know. Let's watch and see. But I think that yeah.
Did you watch what he said when he attended ATIKU'S declaration?
What did he say?
I mean, Obi.
Yeah, maybe I
He
didn't
said
get it. What
he
did he say?
referred to Atiku as my leader, our leader. That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I don't.
and then barely after 24 hours after that, he declared his own. He declared his own. So
But I think
how do you see
Ajani
that?
Koke gave a very good explanation or description of that I think that is more. You have to look at it also as a political. What is it called? You have to look at it as a political move that the guy is making. You might say that he wants to become vice president. No problem if it ends up being like that. But
I didn't say that. That's not what I'm even insinuating. I'm not insinuating that he wants to become vice president. All I'm saying is that if you know you are going to rival somebody, you want to challenge him. You don't use such language that is my leader.
You are
Okay,
subordinating yourself to him.
Let me ask you.
You're asking for a position, you are contending a leadership position with somebody who you are referring to as your leader.
No, it's primary. It's primary.
Is that not the language of self-surrender? Is that not surrender language?
It's in the party. It's in the party. These people, if he's maybe, for example, if he has won that ticket for PDP, and maybe I don't know whoever wins the ticket for APC, and he's calling the other man from APC his leader, then we can have this kind of conversation. The thing is going on in their party, and if, so for example, PDP decide to give it to Peter Obi, that gesture, that public gesture, like Ajanle Koko said, that the man has made by honoring what's the name, Atiku. And so Atiku has a structure, Atiku has people, Atiku has connections. If he's in good terms with Atiku, don't you think Atiku's platform will really help him go far in the election? So
you know what? If Atiku doesn't get that ticket, he'll be on the first flight back to Dubai. He doesn't care about
exactly.
It doesn't give up.
But do you think that these people only care about that? Don't you know? Okay, the way it works, even not just in Nigeria,
if
around
Atiku
the
doesn't
world,
get the ticket, he'll be hanging around saying PDP.
it's not a matter of getting a ticket. At least he has. Do you know what it means to have your own? Okay, let's assume Peter Obi is his boy, for example, as he's saying, is my.
If he doesn't get the ticket, he would dismantle that structure and just resign to
No,
his fate.
that's what we are talking based on assumption.
No, he won't do that.
He won't do that because he even knows that. He even knows that it will help him.
For this one.
Wait now, wait, Mr. Dan.
He had one of. Okay.
See,
don't worry.
I'm sorry. It will even. Do you think that somebody who would not like somebody that they feel like is their boy to be in that kind of a position of power that will protect their interests and that will also favor them in many ways? So I don't think he will just dismantle the whole thing, unless if these people have some animosity between themselves. But if they don't have any quarrel between themselves, then definitely he will even be happy that his boy, in quotes, is in that position. So we have to look at it also as a political strategy, and not just looking at it as is being.
Look. Atiku is a narcissist. He doesn't care about
We are just
anything outside of
assuming. We are
Atiku.
assuming. We
What
don't
do you
know
mean we
him
are assuming?
personally.
We've known him publicly for long enough, and we saw how he played. Soon as he's exhausted all the options to become president in 2019, it was quicker to the airport than Obiano. It was just pew. He
No,
was gone.
one man. He went back
Those
to
are
school.
people.
He went back
Those
to
are
school.
people
School,
have.
yeah. So
Yeah,
where
Those
was he
are
going
people
from? He
have
was going from
properties and businesses.
Online
Those are
school. He
people have
went back to
properties
online
and
school like
businesses in
Adeku
Nigeria
online
or
in
not.
school.
Dubai. Yeah.
No,
How do
let
you
us
know
ask
such
a
like
simple
school?
No,
question.
they would have studied
Does
online now. He would not be attending
does
lectures. Yeah. And
does
people will be writing
Atiku
the
have
exams for him, of course. We all know that.
businesses and whatever investment in Nigeria or not? Does he still have, even if he's living in, I don't know, Finland, wherever he goes to live? Does he have those things in
Are
Nigeria or
you
not?
saying Atiku is hands-on administering anything? Is he administering anything
It doesn't
hands-on?
matter. Does it belong to him? Does he get? Is it his own business? So the man, or is it the fact that he's living in Dubai? Is he no longer a Nigerian? Is Dubai his country of
Okay,
origin?
where are you trying to land with that?
So
Go on.
my point is this: people. It doesn't matter where he lives or where he goes to, as long as he has his investments, his businesses, everything in Nigeria. Just the fact that he's just from Nigeria alone is enough for him to want anything that will protect his interest and his interest in Nigeria. It's just a simple thing. It's not rocket science. So it doesn't matter if he's in Nigeria or not. So, and I believe that if we are looking at it that way, we also have to consider the fact that the man, as it is everywhere in the world, everybody wants their person to be in a position of authority that can protect their interests and that can favor them. You understand? So we should just look at it that way. If they don't give what's the name, Peter Obi, the ticket, then we understand that, okay, it's going to be Atiku. But if they also do not give it to Atiku, then obviously, because of his relationship with Peter Obi, he will prefer Peter Obi and he will support him with all of the structures and connections that he has. He will support him to get to that position. It's a simple thing.
All right. All right, and just brief thoughts on Fashola saying that he is not interested, that he is already president of his own home. So, but this doesn't seem to. Do you think this will satisfy people? You know, and by the way, they only have 2 months left, though, because as we're discussing, I went to check the annex schedule. So they have by the 10th of June for all the names to be in. So it's not as though the window is wide for anybody to be wanting to be romanced.
Yeah. Fashola, obviously, he tried his best in Lagos, even though he was still under the influence and control of Tinubu and all that. But he tried his best. He did. People could see that at some point he even had some misunderstandings with his boss. But personally, I think. To be honest with you, I have not seen that buzz around. It's not like people. Maybe if he had declared, then he would get that support. I think, especially from the southwest, maybe. But as it is right now, I don't think people are perplexed that he's not that he's not running. I don't think so. So about and someone mentioned something about Osibanjo, that if he was not paying money or whatever, will he get the support in Southwest? I think he would. If you ask me, I think he would get that support in Southwest because people, especially from his region, people have seen what he could, what he can do, and there's
How do you
still
mean?
that
How
kind
do you
of
mean? What do you
appeal.
mean? What,
There's
what,
that
what do you mean?
like
Oshibanjo, you are talking about. What has he done in his region that people have seen?
No. I'm saying he's likable. That's what I'm trying to say. He's
Yeah.
likable. He has that, he doesn't look like, there are some people that definitely, because of their record and whatever, they are not likable. But Osibanjo is likable to his people, especially. Even if
Is
not
it
for the,
likable to you? Is it likable to you?
Obviously, yeah, definitely. I would wait now. Wait, let me see now. You asked me a question.
If his name was Okechukwu now, yeah, you will not be
It's
from, you will
likable.
not be,
It's
you will
likable
not
to
be fumbling
Christians.
at the mouth. Look at
It's like, thank you. It's like able. To be honest, they use. To be honest, they use that Christianity thing to also get a lot of votes from the South, because people feel like this is a man from Redeem, a pastor from Redeem. Everybody knows Redeem. There's no place in Nigeria you go to, you won't find Redeemed Christian Church of God. So definitely is likable to people all over because of that. But because of the current political climate and everything going on, and with what we have seen with APC government, I think it has overshadowed his personality to a lot of people, because people will just see that this is a Buhari assistant and this is the same APC. So I think that has played some negative role in his appeal to the rest of the South.
all right. Thank you, Nsebidi. So I'll go on next to Black League. But before I go to Black League, let me share this video with you. We were discussing yesterday at length how Nigeria are intent on going to Ghana to give them a good flogging. But it looks as though the Ghanaians have other plans. Dirty Tricks campaign, Ghana style.
Ghana. Ghana ṣé ìwàlẹ̀ rògbò yẹn ń wù lójú ara yín. Ẹ wá dúró bíríìjì tẹ gbé lẹ́sẹ̀ náà náà bàálù wípé káwọn Super Eagles ó máa fò kíkan nù wọn bá lè kàn lẹ́sẹ̀ àbí ìkan tó wà ní kàn lẹ́sẹ̀ nù wọn. Tẹ́yìn náà bá sì wà Nàìjíríà wà láìtàlá ìsúnmọ́ bíi láìlàsì láwa àgà tútì ẹ̀ lága ẹ fi parachute fò bọ́lẹ̀ látòrí plane níṣẹ́ láláì dání yín ẹ̀yin Super Eagles tí wọ́n bá fún yín lóúnjẹ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ ibi aeroplane wọn ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ti mọ̀ wípé sọ́ba fi lè ọ̀fà yín bá ń kú wà láì ẹ dákun lórí ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ tó ń jẹ wọn ẹ jẹ́ kí kétra Nàìjíríà ọmọ dáná fáwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni ẹ wà jẹ́yà fún nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣeun Ghana wà láìtàlá ìsúnmọ́ bíi láì làṣìláwá ẹ jẹ́yà kásìtò wí ká tó fọ ẹ ti mọ̀ pariwo wípé ẹ support music industry yín ṣé Wizkid ìdílé rírun tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fáwọn Super Eagles kínú rẹ̀ ọdún àbí Davido lè rírun kan bá kínú rẹ̀ mọ́ bàjẹ́ aláìṣe gbọ́kànlé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ burúkú.
Nítorí bọ́ọ̀lù.
Look at that. This is, you know, they're ready to break their legs.
This now wall.
Yes, from the airport. Right from the airport, they have plans for them.
You look, they're from the airport, though.
I think they're trying to play mind games on them because they even changed the stadium. Yeah, they changed the stadium just about a week to the game. They announced a different stadium. Now they took it to this Babayara Stadium in Kumasi. And Kumasi is known to have a small airport. It's not like the other airports. It's not an international airport. So their excuse is there's no airfare for the size of the plane we had in that airport. But I mean, I think it's just mind games the Ghanaians are trying to play.
Yeah. And that mind game can be really effective if the Nigerian team are not careful. Because before you know, they'll get this mental whatever blockade.
No, they want to traumatize them before they.
You see, Vin is hiding his head away now. He's not coming. We are
he refused to come for the past. I've been waiting for him.
I will save that video until he comes. For him to come and look at that. You need to be a hodler. It's not huddles now. It's not what is that?
He will not come.
This is going to be. This is going to call us from the stadium. You will see.
Look at that. God forbid if they win, I won't have a session that day because I know that guy he'll be stalking the whole platform like he'll just be waiting by phone that when is it coming on? When is it? I'm not coming on if but can you imagine?
Don't put that in the air, one man. They won't win. Don't put that in the air. They will not win.
It has been confirmed that Buhari will attend the second leg in Abuja.
No. But we will start the fasting and praying from now that it should have a medical emergency in London. Let them go to London.
They should not even play they should not even play the next match in Abuja. They should take it to the east or somewhere.
Yeah, let them take it to the east.
In Abuja is not good though. If we give that bad luck, that bad luck of that man, we can still fly to the stadium to hold the Green Eagles. So They should go to
but
East
Let
or
them take it
somewhere.
to Uma here, where
Uma here.
Kano comes from. Yes.
Uyo.
Let's see if
They don't
we
go see
visit
money
Uma
now.
here.
They don't go see money. Abuja, they go see money. Presidential aspirants, billionaires, everybody go finish there with money for Abuja. So
let me ask you. You see, do you know that if we are being honest, Nigeria have players and have whatever, but these guys this Ghana team they are like trying to prove something, you know, and they are coming out to play for their life. Their coach is
they will turn it into that warrior sort of something.
These guys are trying to, because they're already suffering from the disgrace of the Nations Cup, the way they left and everything. These guys have a lot. So Nigerian teams have, they need to be really focused.
Do you think Ghana would rather beat Nigeria in a football match than win a cup? Do they price that more than a cup win?
At this point, they price that more. At this point, they price that more.
If they beat us, it's a big deal. If we win, maybe
it's just Ghana now. Who cares? We expect to beat them, but if they beat them,
when Black Star want to play us, they put all their energy. You know that all their strength to play,
and the Cameroon too.
Exactly, and the Cameroon,
and the Cameroon.
All Africa anyway.
Winning Nigeria is like winning a trophy.
Oh, big time, big time.
Yeah, especially
Super
for
Eagle,
Ghana.
that name, Super Eagle. Come on.
The only country that will feel that they are equal or somewhat, maybe Egypt, but the rest of them, I think, beating Nigeria, is like a prize. I was going to say winning against Nigeria would be a prize.
The only way to shut us up, not to beat us. So
the only way to shut up not to put huddle something at. Look at that now. Is that even legal? Should they be reported to CAF?
Sure. It's legal now. No, that's a normal thing. Most of our airports in Africa, not just in Ghana. So
So Alexander Gomez super chats to Ajanle Koko just to inform him new information that they have since changed it from Green Eagles to Super Eagles. So
he knows. He's just making fun.
It's Super
Thank
Eagles
you, my
now.
brother.
It's not got the memo yet. So it's Green Eagles now, according to Alexander Gomez. So let's get back to the politics of it. I just put one sounding question to
Black League.
To Black League, and then we'll probably start to round up from there. So Black League, it looks as though Goodluck to that and still in play. They are still cutting him heavily by APC for reasons of not wanting just to give the power to either or Tinubu especially or Chibanjo even. A presidential source saying this. What are you making of that, Black League?
Yes, that's why Jonathan has really not been active in the PDP. He's not been visible in their outings, especially their convention, and when they elected their national chairman, he was absent throughout. Yes, they're in talks. On his birthday, the APC led by the same Buni visited him in his house by Elsa. So there's always been talks about Jonathan coming back to the APC. Personally, I don't think it would be the right move for Jonathan to do, because if for any chance he loses, that legendary status that he has attained in the politics of Nigeria and democracy of Africa, I think it will be tainted. And I think there's a chance he's going to lose if he attempts to go in, because they might guarantee him the ticket, but he might still lose the general elections. So
how
do you
think the party itself would react that Jonathan just comes into the party and is automatically gifted the ticket? How would what reactions would you expect of Oshibajo, Tinubu, Fashola, everybody?
I mean, it will cause a lot of breakaways in the party. I mean, not just Fashola, Tinubu, someone like Amechi, who almost put his life on the line against his brother. I mean, he's vying for the ticket.
Look at that.
They campaigned vigorously against this man just to bring him now and campaign for him. Like, it's going to be a difficult thing to do just within the space of 8 years. That's why I don't think it's a wise thing for Jonathan. because Nigerians still respect him. He has this image now as the father of democracy. All over Africa, they talk about Jonathan in politics. So I think he should just maintain that respect and not really go get muddy in
Sorry, that was
the
somebody
APC
dropped my
water.
place. Sorry, carry on. Yeah.
Yes. So I think Jonathan should just remain an elder statesman and just give advice to whoever is contesting. I don't think the time is right for him to come back if he should make a comeback.
Yeah. Black League, I think, first of all, how everybody did for this platform.
Good to
how
see
on
you.
day?
It's all man. We hear you.
We did can't pay. I use on. We did can't pay.
And I just hope that Ijaw people will support
in CBD. I come bearing a white flag in peace.
You come to bury it up his patah. They want to bury
their body they sleep. Their body they sleep when I go wake up. Their body they sleep when I go wake up. CBD, I beg, make we no do this morning. Okay. Yeah, I agree with everything Black League said. I think the only thing is that he said is that Nigerians respect him. I beg Black League, they respect him so much they kicked him out of office, Abi. That's the only thing I disagree. But also, I have, very credible information that Jonathan won't run unless he has the full backing of his own nation, which means Ijaw National Congress and Ijaw Youth Council and PANDEF. And Paike Clark has already said that they're backing the Southeast. As we know, Jonathan is a big supporter of the Southeast. So from that standpoint, I know from a Niger Delta standpoint that they would prefer a Southeastern presidential candidate. But it all depends on whether the Southeasterners can rally and put someone in front that
we have already put someone in front now, my brother. I don't like
who,
when
wait.
Who is that?
Who is the person?
What do you mean by who is that? So Peter Obi is what? He's joking.
I don't know.
He just announced now.
Then you tell me who.
someone that is in PDP, that is a major political party, and he's declaring, and you're saying you don't know.
No, so, but this is in CBD. Let me just tell you right now, the people I'm talking to are with Ijaw National Congress. So if there is that one person that rises to the surface, especially from a PDP party, because you know that area in our PDP, they will back him. But that person has to rise. And right now, Peter Obi just announced. So we don't know what's in there happen. We're still trying to understand what is going.
Even Atiku himself just announced. He's just announced.
But you know the party might
can he win? I mean, the people from that area will back him. What other areas will back him? That's how to tell whether he can win or not.
But that's what I like. What Bio was saying yesterday on the platform is just clear. If the party backs you up, you are already 50% there. So it's just a matter of getting that support from the party, and let's just wait and see. But if it's a matter of a man from the Southeast, nobody can, in their right mind, come out now and say that there's no Igbo man that is coming out, because it's not coming out through Abda, it's not coming out through this party of Ken Mogalu and all that. It's coming from PDP. So I don't know what other
in CBD. Let me just say this. Let me say this. As far as I know, and this is just based on the information I have, that is the stance of people in that area of South. Is that they come Black League, they will back that person. But as far as we don't, but what they are saying is that they are still waiting to see, let the smoke clear. If PDP comes out tomorrow and says they want to put Atiku as the front runner, that means that option to back that person don't come out. So they have to now back the PDP candidate, which will probably be Atiku. Because Bayelsa na PDP, Rivers na PDP, Delta na PDP.
Back Atiku over Tinubu. Would the John Nation?
If their governors, Dixon will back him, Dwoyediri will back him, Wike will back him. He just wants Delta State governorship. So if Okowa backs him, they will all back him. That's how the
Exactly. And let me put this question across to one man, and in fact to the entire platform. Do you guys think that national cohesion and integration and this one Nigeria unity drive and maintaining this, or let me just put it like that, national cohesion and integration and the peace, do you think that it's a huge factor for these political parties to consider in putting out their flag bearers this time?
Oh, all right. So where are you leading to with that? Take us there,
No.
because this is
I'm just leaving it there.
No,
I'm
you're
not
talking
going
about
down the
Peter
rabbit
Obi now.
hole.
For national cohesion and for national unity and for balance and fair play, because really, if we are
For
looking
peace
at
also.
Nigeria's history, everybody has had a turn, and there's no argument outside of the southeast to have the presidency for
Because
national cohesion and integration. No, so and
because
the one name is Peter Obi. So it's Peter Obi for president is
all
what
the
you're asking,
politics
Abi.
we are all the politics we are
Look at this guy.
discussing, all the politics we are discussing past politics, but we need to understand that there's also a new dimension in this 2023 politics where we have not just not just the Igbos or not just the not just the Igbo, we also have the Yorubas, we have all manner of people, even Ijo. Everybody now is looking for, so I think for the sake of national cohesion and integration and peace and everything, that there's also a new dynamic that will be considered in choosing flag bearers in this major
Well, you
political
can
party.
say it if you
What
want
do
to
you,
now. Why are you shying away from what you're trying to say? Just say it now. Say it.
no,
Say it.
I'm
Say
not
it.
shy of saying what I want to say,
So
one
say
man.
it.
I'm
Say it.
just
We all
putting
know
my
what you are saying. So why don't you just
no,
say it?
I'm just putting, this is my
Look at
thoughts.
But
this.
I'm
one
not,
man, he throw the
there's nothing
question
else.
across to the house now, to the entire
No,
house.
do you want me to rephrase his question to
Yeah,
tell
what's
you
the
why I'm
question?
pushing him?
No, one man, don't say
He's
what
saying
I did
for
not say.
reasons.
Oh,
He's saying for reasons. He's saying that should the parties consider national cohesion and integration and one Nigerianness as part of the permutations of selecting their candidates, should they consider national cohesion, integration, and
it has to be
togetherness?
considered.
So
It has
where
to be
does all of that lead other than to an Igbo candidate? This is what exhibit is
No,
telling us
but
that
it is that
all
even
the
the Northeast have been also, they have not produced president.
exactly.
Look at this. Why don't you just say what you mean? There is just
Including,
look at this. You think we are dumb here? We are not dumb here now.
no, one man, obviously, if you ask me, I'm not hiding my mouth. I've said it from, from the beginning that I myself, I want and I wish it would be an Igbo president. So it's not like I'm denying that. But I'm also telling you, I also have to consider other people's grievances at the same time. Like the Northeast, as much as we want to make the North an entire monolith or whatever, but
All right.
they still have the sections, like you can hear the Northeast, that are mostly Kanoris and I think also some Fulanis. Those people also have grievances. You come to the south, I don't know if south or
You
because
CBD, you don't finish your session. Make another person talk. Okay, let me go.
This Black League get floor, I beg.
Black League has the floor, but we've come up to the 2-hour mark, so this is what we will do.
There we go.
Hold on. I want to read out Alexander's super chat, and then I want to sound Dan's commentaries so that we have his input, and then Black League will round off its thoughts, and then we'll shut it down from there. So let me start off with Alexander, who super chats this to the space. It says, Obi will be a fantastic vice president candidate to a major player. Presidential candidate, no. Too lightweight, folks. Let's be real. So this is what we've been trying to skirt around for reasons of being sensitive, because they are telling us to be sensitive now and to be politically correct. So we cannot go frontally at things anymore now. This is where they've pushed us to. But what Alexander is saying is essentially what we are saying. Peter Obi is a lightweight now. He's even calling ATIKU'S daddy. So we are looking for a daddy, and somebody is calling somebody his daddy already. So he's not the daddy now, is he? So the most that the East can have, according to Alexander Gomez, is the vice presidency. And I think a lot of people concur with that thought. Obi
There's
will be
not a
a
lot of people
fantastic
that
vice
concur, sir.
presidential candidate to a
When are
major
we going to
player.
be allowed to be campaigning for our own individual candidate? When?
No, you can't. You can't. What do you mean? I don't shut you down. It's just, look, I just don't want, I want a seasoned and a reasoned conversation. I don't want us to go on a flaky flight just on some abstract something.
What do you mean by that?
You want to start to do Bobamawa.
That's my candidate now.
That's just even Bobamawa has not told us anything, but you are,
that's what I'm asking.
We concede.
We have the right
you are free to speak as you will.
Well, you always try to show that space down.
Can I hold you down even if I want to? You are an unstoppable force, but I'm just saying.
To shut me down. Even
it's just, because it's a limited time. This guy has not even indicated.
Does Buba Marwa have a party? Is he part of a political party? Buba Marwa?
No.
That's why I asked.
You're allowed to speak as you will. Just make it within the parameters of the discussion.
Yeah, but I'm not talking of now. I know this money is short, but anytime going forward, let me talk about my candidate freely.
I talk. Who has talked the most? Who has talked the most this morning? Who talks the most anytime you are here? You talk more than anyone.
Ovie, your wahala plenty.
Apparently, Ovie doesn't talk
enough. Ovie wahala plenty.
Ovie doesn't talk enough on this platform.
Everybody gets your own candidate. Your Tinubu now. Your Tinubu is your candidate. That's fine. Let me call my own candidate.
ATIKU'S is my man, but you can.
Let me lose, but let me promote my candidate. Let me lose.
Ovie, what party is Buba Marwa in? What party is
APC. What are you guys talking
about?
So
how is he going to win the nomination now?
Nobody has won it yet. Has anybody won?
Okay, give us his path to nomination.
Why must you even be talking about Buba Marwa when the presidency in APC have been sown to
Southwest? Oh no, please, let's not open that space because I want to shut down, and Ovie is just going to take us on some wild ride. No, Ovie, and I've answered the question. Speak as you will. Just let's stay within the realms of reality and not go on a flaky flight.
Yes.
Because it winds people up. I have to say that. But thank you. I want to hear from Dan and then have Black League round of his thoughts. So thank you for the super chat, Alexander. Obi will be a fantastic vice presidential candidate to a major player. Presidential candidate. No. Alexander says. Too lightweight. Too lightweight is what it says. It's too lightweight.
Okay.
And it's not the body fat. He has body fat. We know because we know he's a fat guy. But politically, he said it's a lightweight. So let's be real. So that's Alexander Gomez super chat into the space. So let's hear from Dan, and then let's have a Black League round of his thoughts. So Dan, are you there?
Yeah, although what I wanted to say, Seth, because I was expecting you would call me since, but now I'm lost of thoughts now, Seth. Seriously, I did vex me. I don't like for you.
Why they don't vex now? Look. Rational mind has not spoken. That's the way it goes. Now, why are people always? You know how it goes.
That make I be person will be like anything trouble me. I will look the person. I tell her, me no say I vex. That one in my life now. I just tell you so. So I know the person will
blame it on Ovie, who has been taking us on his usual wild ride.
Yeah, that is true. That make I talk say. May you push this matter. Tell Ovie Mona continue. I tell you say 2 hours from the beginning of the show. 2 hours. No, I don't reach now. I even wait. I want to talk. You just let them. I just forget everything I want to talk with the picture.
No. Next time when you call, now you go whole floor.
They're not do things like that. Me, I think say because of time, though already there's more. You know there again. I think say I can't consider and say you go ask. You be the ask everybody one question. It reaches CBD. You know what come up for there. You ask all the whole question with. They this word to ECBD. They don't do things like that. And man, what could they tell you to wait?
Okay. Hold on. Let me ask you. Hold on, Dan. Settle down. Settle down. Okay. I want you to speak to the ATIKU'S space a bit because it looks as though they are closing the window on him somewhat. because he was agitating heavily for an open field. But the party are saying they're going to stay true to their policy, to their constitution, which says turn by turn. So now we had Obasanjo first, we had Yar'Adua next, we had Goodluck Jonathan come in. Atiku ran and failed. So just by the sequence, you would say it's the South turn. But they are going to come with a permutation that even Professor Pella will find somewhat mystifying. So magic tricks we're expecting from our PDP. What are your thoughts on that, Dan?
Yeah. I beg Mona, no blame me. Just that the way I did sorry. You understand, bros? Wait till me they try to tell you.
No, you see, the man is not a computer now. He's a human being. He's a human being. He has to express himself. Oh, yeah, good. And he's a human being. He has to express himself and say he's not a machine. And you just say, okay, start
allow the man talk now, yourself.
Bro, thank you. Now do well, all of you now. And moreover, what I'm trying to say here is that Atiku is a greedy politician. I don't know, but I know that I don't like this man. But I might like. Maybe I don't have problem with the North. Maybe come to president. But Atiku is one of the greedy person I ever seen. Only Atiku don't contest for PDP for 6 times. May let one person contest 1 time. Now Atiku see the fight for so. One, that one I want to. We need to understand. Secondly, Atiku, even if PDP give ticket to Atiku, PDP don't lost. I'm telling you the truth. People they say, which people get Atiku get people now make never still win since 2003 where they contest. He no get it. If on my election, what if he come out for PDP go win Atiku? I'm telling you the truth. What Atiku get? Atiku just get money where they throw away for everybody.
See this guy.
You understand?
You don't try. Why you go?
Atiku has a good chance of winning, because Atiku, people like Atiku.
There was last election, Shebi they say mostly some people believe he won, some people.
No, everybody knows he won. Even the international community said they won. That was when they were. Remember, Buhari was warning the international community not to interfere in Nigeria.
Yeah, I agree with you. He won, but he sit down for the power. Not be by win with audio record, audio talk. My brother, and I did sit down for the power, and I be you win. You know win. For him, he not fit fight for him right. You dey tell me say he win. You try win, he win. My brother, more live matter. More not just live. More not live how we dey pursue bed wey no near us. You understand? This thing when they talk, me I know this why and things will be like me I no believe them. Even they win. So why you no consider for the power? Atiku no get anything to offer to Nigeria. Let me tell you something. Not be say I hate Atiku. I know hate Atiku.
No hate. I mean, if you can't hate him, wait till you go talk. After this one, when you talk, you know it.
Bros, I did tell you the fact. You know what? I will pray me Atiku win.
Nobody say people know like the power that be no one time there. That's it.
See, I pray me Atiku win. You will see say Buhari will the shot. May God forbid batting. You will see say Buhari, he will come be Messiah where Atiku did. I just pray me no be like say Nigeria. Bros, I dey hear you now.
Dan, you mean say if sure already PDP ain't go win Atiku. I been a vex.
My brother, you just say
not the vex.
I know the verse. This one a clear matter. What Atiku don't do since 2003. Atiku they pursue this ambition to till now. Atiku no still win. So what do you want to tell me?
Okay, happen Buhari self now that 2003 in start. He said no win.
But he win 2015.
So it happen.
Who be your candidate, Dan?
Me?
Yes.
Maybe your candidate.
Now so already.
You supposed to know now. Now Yelena.
From the beginning, one man, don't call the name from the beginning. You know, hear the name we call from the beginning.
My brother,
Ajaleko go try you. You don't recruit one member. Good job.
No, be Ajaleko no recruit me. You don't take away me recruit myself.
You don't take me to long time.
He don't say where I recruit myself. Go check my Facebook. Go my Facebook now.
Peter Obi
Now
tomorrow
picture in my Facebook.
for this platform. Now Sowore supporter plenty pass for this platform. Sowore supporter they win
not on the
every
screen
time
though,
for
not
this
on the
platform.
screen now. Apart from you, only you and Dan are Sowore supporters
no,
here.
for this platform. Now the strength of the people where they behind the scene where they chat. Now them be the strength of the platform. We just the
No, those ones are your followers.
Now
Now, Jale Koko, they always follow anything you say. Yeah, those are your followers now. If Jale Koko said the sun is blue, they will agree in the comment section. We know what's going on.
No, normally, since I dey support Omoyele Sowore, now one of the best candidates where I just feel say I just like the way they get something where they see say sometimes you people are talking from this platform. You people say the guy is very rude on this. The reason I like him is this rudeness. Anything we make Omoyele Sowore do they change, me I no go like him. Because the power in Nigeria, it's just that now me I be person. If I divest for you, I go look your eye. Even though you be God, I will look your eye, tell you, say, God, I divest for you. If you want
do you support him because he comes from the creeks like you?
Not be matter of say because he come for creek. Now person way get vision.
One man. Stop this your creeks thing. You always say.
No, my brother, leave one man may talk. Me, I don't already know one man.
Dan,
so me and
now which side you come from? Now which side you come from?
Ouchie man. You be Ouchie man, Abi? Yes.
Oh, you be Ouchie man?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're almost on the same place. But let's give Adele some credit.
Nah,
Adele was able to put one screen member. That's like a governor decamping from PDP to APC.
All right.
You don't get one from the screen.
All right. So Dan, permission to fall out.
Yeah. No, but only say, bros, we will later talk this matter. I don't want me to talk about where those guys do. Later we will later relate to. Because all those guys I don't want to be like, say, I'll call you, follow you, Jan.
Oh, yeah, come yab me for Instagram. Go yab me for Instagram.
Yes, now, I don't want me to follow you, Jan, for I don't want me. Because even though one fight now, we'll fight family fight, we'll fight for inside room. I don't want me to follow you fight for outside.
When I make a request, it seems as if everybody on screen want to stay. You can go now. Leave us move with the flog the matter.
Yeah, who will shut it down? Don't worry. No. This will only encourage you to come back in the evening. So we'll leave it there. Carry the conversation in the evening. So here I say.